Hey, what's up guys? John here. In this video, I'm going to teach you what you need to know and walk you through step by step how you can put $10,000 in your bank account today at 0% interest. This isn't some type of side hustle or something where you have to put in a lot of work. You literally can just watch this video all the way through, get to work on it, and within a couple hours the money could be in your bank account. Probably no later than 24 hours. But with taking out loans comes responsibility. So we're going to cover pretty much what you need to know and mitigate all the risk that could be associated with this $10,000 loan. But in fact, it is $10,000, 0% interest for 1 year. I'm looking out in the economy right now. I see tens of millions of people out of work, financially struggling. And I just want to put out something that's going to help people kind of get back to normal financially for a lot of people. Some people are behind on rent. Some people are behind on just bills, student loans, whatever it is. So I hope this video does help you. And I know when I first started out in real estate and in business, finance were pretty much the hardest part for me. Just getting that startup seed capital. So this could be you also. Maybe you just closed down your business and you see the big opportunity online. You see a ton of just consumers going online spending money, and you have a great idea that you want to exercise online, but you need some startup capital. So I'm going to walk you through everything that you need to know step by step in this video. Please hit that like button, and this will be pushed out to more people through the YouTube algorithm, and we might be able to help some more people get out of a bad spot. And if you're a new subscriber, let me know in the comment section. I'll personally welcome you to the channel. All right, guys, let's begin. So the last thing that I want to see is someone take out the $10,000 and be very irresponsible with it and invest it in an opportunity such as a 10x crypto coin that your friends are saying is going to go to the moon, or some type of stock, or some type of get rich quick idea. Because at the end of the day, we look around at all the wealthy people, none of them got rich by a get rich quick scheme or a get rich quick hustle. They had to work for it. In life, if you only get what you put in. So I want to make that very clear. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to take this money out and try to just invest it or wing it in something that you don't understand. So use this money carefully. Now I want to look at the statistics and show you what generally happens with people that take out loans and how long it takes them to pay it back, and what happens with businesses, people starting businesses. And this information is very important. So at the end of this, you have that money, you understand exactly what to do with it, and you understand all the risk associated with taking out this $10,000 loan. So you want to utilize this line of credit to become a day trader. You see all these people making a ton of money. You probably saw an ad with someone in a private jet or a Bentley or a Rolls Royce or on an island talking about how they went from big Macs to big mansions all because of their secret day trading course idea, or whatever it is. Well, the reality is that 80% of day traders lose money. 80%. So you're taking a massive risk, and within 2 years, 75% of them quit and they never day trade again. So I would definitely not take this money, essentially money that you don't have, a loan, and put it in a high risk idea like that. So yeah, I would be very, very careful with that, and only risk money that you're okay with losing. If you don't have any money right now and you take out $10,000 and you blow that $10,000, now you're in a really bad spot, because that $10,000 is going to be 0% interest for only the first year. After that, the interest rate is going to pick up a lot, and the last thing you want to do is find yourself in a big problem, one that you can't get yourself out of. So if you're thinking about utilizing this money to start an online business, or any type of business for that matter, the numbers are that 20% of businesses fail within just the first 2 years. 45% of businesses fail within 5 years. 65% of businesses fail within 10 years, and only 25% of businesses make it 15 years or more. And this is from an article, an Investopedia article from February of this year. So pre-pandemic. The pandemic was March 6th, I believe, is when the lockdown started with LA, and all the other states followed right around then. So yeah, that's pre-pandemic numbers. The numbers now are definitely much, much greater. However, what we are noticing is a big trend online. So if you are thinking about starting a business online, I think you're gonna have more consumers spending money, spending time online than ever before. So the odds of success are greater. However, the numbers are the numbers. You still are taking on a substantial risk. And I'd be very careful with taking a big loan out to start a business that likely will fail, according to the data. All right, now since we're gonna be taking out a loan, your credit score is really gonna matter. You don't have to have phenomenal 800 credit. Maybe a 700 will do, or a 650, just fair, decent credit. If you have bad credit, say you've had some delinquencies, you just had a checkered history with taking out loans, then this is going to affect you and you're likely probably not going to get the loan, to be honest with you. So what you could do, which is really simple, easy to do, is go on Yelp, look at a credit repair specialist in your area, search them by most reviewed, and go after one that really just has a good track record with a lot of reviews, not one or two reviews, a lot of reviews, good track record. Hop on the phone with them, tell them your situation, say you want to improve your credit score, you don't have that much money, and they will look into your situation, look at your delinquencies, look into everything, and then it's pretty simple after that because they're going to sell you. They want you to be a customer. So you simply just negotiate in, hey, I'll give you a small amount of money up front, and then I'll pay you the rest once you pretty much remove everything that is an issue for me to increase my score. Say I want to get it to a 700, I want to get it to a 750 or whatever it is. And if we can get that score up to that number or around that area, then I'll pay you the rest. And a lot of them will, believe it or not, do it. And that's what I'd recommend doing. If you don't know what your score is, simply download the app Credit Karma. It's one I use, and you'll be able to find out what your credit score is. Okay, so we're gonna be taking out a line of credit through a credit card. So what I like to do is I'll talk to one or two of the banks that I work with and see what offers that they currently have. Also shop around, go to chase.com, bankofamerica.com, go to all the big commercial banks and take a look at which credit cards that they're offering right now at 0% interest for 12 months. Sometimes they go as long as 18 months. The $10,000 figure, you can go much higher, probably upwards of $20,000 and get that $20,000 same time frame, probably within a few hours or 24 hours. But again, it's just a risk game. So you just want to make sure that you're not taking on something that you can't handle. So for example, if you use these credit cards responsibly, then great things can work out for you. So for example, I really pay attention to the points that I would be receiving through spending money on that credit card. Because what the credit card's planning on doing and what they're banking on is for you to take out a bunch of debt that you can't manage, and then you're going to pay back this debt over a long period of time. And for example, if you borrow $10,000 today at a 25% interest, once it goes from 0 to 25%, so after that 1 year period, probably 25% is probably average on a credit card. So if you go to 25% interest and you do that for 3 years, you're paying back $4,000 in interest. So substantial figure. Obviously on $20,000, it's double that, so nearly $8,000 in interest. But if you do it responsibly, like what I do, then things will work out very well for you. For example, I took out a credit card and used it for a construction project. And at the end, I had enough money. I took my wife to Japan, spent about $8,000 on that trip, and nearly all of the trip was paid for strictly off of credit card points that I accumulated on this credit card. So that being said, just be very, very smart and shop around and make sure you're getting the right credit card for you. And if you are, then I think this ultimately will work out to your benefit as long as you pay back the money on time. That's the real key. You want to pay back that money on time. All right, congratulations, you found a great credit card. Now what we're gonna do is we are going to read the merchant terms of service to make sure what we're gonna do is 100% on the up and up and acceptable with this specific card, because I'm not sure which card you've chosen. Now, nearly all credit cards allow you to do this, but I just wanna make sure that whatever we're gonna do, whatever is ultimately going to be the action that we're going to take is 100% on the up and up with this specific credit card company. But again, nearly all credit cards allow you to do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to paypal.com, open and establish that account. You can either open it in your name or in a business name. And they're going to ask for a picture of your ID, front and back, as well as maybe a utility bill, something to verify your identity. Now, when you have this account open and established, you simply invoice yourself the $10,000 or $20,000, and ultimately you have two options to check out. One's either going to be an instant pay where you'll get the money right away, which there's going to be a small fee, a very, very small fee associated, or you can do a 3-day pay where they essentially make the deposit, but it might take 2-3 days for it to actually hit your account and become available for you to use. Just really depends on which method you decide to use. All right, now let me give you a good example of what you should be doing or how you should be thinking with this money. So this is a perfect scenario. Let's say that you're renting an apartment and your rent is $1,500 per month, and that's pretty much dead money. Every single month you're wasting $1,500 renting an apartment. Now, maybe you have 10 grand in the bank or 20 grand in the bank, and now this additional lump sum of cash might enable you to put a down payment on an apartment building. Maybe a little 3-unit or 4-unit building to where you can go buy this property, possibly live in one of those units, and the adjacent rents collected are going to exceed the overall mortgage as well as any operational expenses. So essentially you get to live for free and remove that $1,500 burden that you were paying in rent from your life. Ultimately, it's going to allow you to save more money, save faster, and I think ultimately make a great and smart lifelong investment. Now, I have a friend that once told me, if you can't assume the risk you're taking in a worst case scenario, then don't move forward. And that applies very well in this situation. If you're going to take the money out and take that loan out and put it into something that's going to be high risk, don't move forward. If you're going to be taking on any type of substantial risk, don't move forward. Just take everything into consideration, think very long term. I think we're going to have a really, really big market crash coming soon. So if you have the cash and you have the knowledge and you understand what you're doing, you'll be able to make a fortune. But first things first is make sure you have the knowledge and make sure you're not going to do something you're going to regret. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.